Hello, Mom and Dad Meet World. So let's talk about the upcoming event that's coming up on October 30th, or what has already passed, and what is being anticipated as being a MacBook Pro 14 and 16-inch laptop event. Again, if it's already passed, we'll already know what it was. If it hasn't, well, that's when I'm recording this, and that is what I am anticipating it will be. But that leads me to my bigger question, and the question I've actually had for quite a long time is a desktop really worth it? So right now I'm recording on a Mac Studio. It's got an M1 Max with 64 gigs of memory and a 1 terabyte solid state drive with the updated 32 GPU cores that were on this machine as the unbinned version. So what I'm thinking to myself is that, to be very honest with you, I do not use this machine very often. It maybe gets used maybe once, well, 1 to 3 times a month for a couple hours at a time, but that is pretty much about it, and that's pretty much been the use, depending. So I have the Mac Studio itself. I love having the front ports of being able to plug in a USB-C device right to the front, and I also love being able to plug in an SD card because it does have that SD card right up front. So what I had been using was the 15-inch MacBook Air, but boy oh boy, I got tired of using the dongles very quickly, and I realized I do miss the MacBook Pro. And with the upcoming MacBook Pro 14 and 16 again, which I think is coming up, the question I'm posing to myself is it worth it to trade in the Mac Studio to get the more usable 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pro that is going to be coming out? So I'm leaning towards yes, just based on the amount of time I use this thing versus the amount of time I actually use a MacBook, meaning I can take it out to the kitchen, take it out to the living room, take it on an airplane, take it pretty much with me anywhere, and that is where I can use it. So I've been using my wife's 13-inch MacBook Pro because it's been very convenient to take it with us pretty much everywhere, and it is a very small computer, but again, we've got to bring a dongle with us because it does not have a built-in SD card reader, nor does it have MagSafe. So if I'm importing image, I'm taking up a USB-C port. If I'm backing it up, I'm taking up a USB-C port, and I can't charge at the same time because of the dongles that I do have already. So I don't know, I'm just thinking that it just might be a better idea in general to basically get the MacBook Pro, forego having the desktop setup, and just have that portability. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. What do you think? One of the main reasons why I don't want to use the MacBook Pro here in desktop mode, and that's pretty much the main reason I've talked about before, is that I don't want to degrade the battery life on it, because I do know, and I've seen many YouTubers out there and many people who have said, yeah, I leave mine plugged in all the time, and even with optimized charging on, so at about 80% it'll just trickle charge, or it'll go down to 80% and then recharge again. It does eat into their battery life, not just an iPhone, but also, you know, the MacBook. And I figured for years down the line, what does that do to your battery life? Because for having a portable device, one of the things that I find very valuable in having a portable device is knowing that your battery will last you all throughout the day. And that's something that I want to make sure happens, is a battery lasting me all throughout the day in doing what I needed to do, and which is going to be a mix of both work and video editing. So I'd like it to be able to last throughout the day and not worry about it, or worry about having my battery life decrease because I have it plugged into desktop mode. So that is my one big concern. I'm not worried about plugging in ports. I do have a CalDigit TS3 Plus, which is a Thunderbolt hub, which I can just plug in Thunderbolt displays and plug in all my other peripherals to that Thunderbolt hub. So I'm not worried about the port selection there. And it also does have a built-in SD card along with built-in SD card slot along with the MacBook Pro version that I'm thinking about getting. But that's pretty much about it. What do you think, knowing that this event is coming up? Is it worth it to keep the desktop for the peace of mind knowing, hey, you're not going to degrade your battery life, but it hardly gets used very often? Or is it worth it to get the MacBook Pro 14 or 16, have that plugged in, and then just being able to unplug it when you're done with it and being able to take it with you, and then knowing that it actually does get used? I know that having the portability of a laptop over, stationary desktop, as small as the desktop is, we're not taking it with us and taking it with us to an airport. It's still going to have a display, a keyboard, a mouse, and everything else you plug into it. And I do plug in our backup drives, so I don't know. What do you think? Is it worth it? Stick with the desktop, add the laptop, or use the MacBook Pro as intended as a laptop, but have the versatility to hook that up to desktop mode? So let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully this video has been helpful. Maybe I shouldn't say being helpful to you guys, because I'm the one asking you a question. Hopefully the video can be helpful for myself in whatever comments that get said. And if you did like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out our channel. And until next time, thanks for watching, and bye for now.